Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kuray, and for today I'll be sharing my experience dito sa aking Geely Okavango with 4 years ownership and over 76,500 kilometers na driving range. Iko-cover ko na lang muna kung ano yung what's good, what's bad, at kung plano mong bumili ng Geely Okavango or kung curious ka lang kung ano talaga yung mga na-experience natin in the past 4 years, para sa inyo itong video na to. Kaya okay, back in 2021, nung I was looking for a 7-seater SUV na had good features without being too expensive, I considered a lot of brands, but the Okavango really stood out for me. Relatively new to the market at that time, I took the risk in choosing Geely Okavango kasi it had the tech, the space, and a very good price point at that time. The mild hybrid system sounded very new and interesting for me at that time, and honestly, if I will be upgrading to full electric vehicle in the future, Okavango will be a good start. It looked great and it had the best price during that time. Let's talk about performance and driving. So after owning this for 4 years with 76,000 kilometers, I can say this car really handles itself very well. The 1.5 liter turbo engine with 48 volt mild hybrid system still gives a smooth power. On an average, it gives me about 8 to 10 kilometers on city driving with mild traffic conditions. A bit better on the highways because it's 11 to 14 kilometers per liter. It's not a race car, but for family trips and everyday driving, it's very super reliable, spacious, and still comfortable. Now let's talk about maintenance and reliability. Lagi akong tinatanong ng mga tao, how was the maintenance? So far from what I have done with this car, kasi lagi akong regular dun sa aking PMS, it's every 6 months or every 10,000 kilometers, whichever gets first. And so far, ito yung mga napalitan ko na sa aking sasakyan. Una-una yung brake pads, napalitan ko na yan harap at likod. Yung aking battery twice. Unang-una yung OEM battery, then nung nagpalit ako ng Motolite na battery, and then nung nagka-problema ako dun sa 48 volts, nagpalit ako into Amaron. Although I did a mistake sa pagpapalit nung Amaron kasi medyo hindi, mas mababa siya compared to sa OEM na battery nito, but that's for a later discussion na lang. For the tires, napalitan ko na lahat yung 4 na tires natin. Doon sa ating regular wear and tear, napalitan ko na rin dito yung mechanical gear, assembly steering, linkage tie rod, control arm, suspension arm, stabilizer joint, and shock mounting. All of those are not covered na ng warranty kasi 3 years lang yun. And then ito napalitan ko lang bago mag 4 years kasi talagang pangit yung road condition sa amin, medyo malubak, kaya talagang maagang bumigay yung ilalim ng aking sasakyan. For other warranty replacement naman, I changed na the 48 volt battery. Palitan na natin yung ECU, yung ating cable harness, at saka yung 48 volt na battery fuse natin. All of that incident ay makikita nyo dito sa link na to ng ating video o di kaya dito sa description. Para naman dun sa ating car related incidents naman ng mga napamaintenance ko na dito, kasi ilang beses na rin akong tinatamaan or na sasabitan ng ibang sasakyan. So yung right door ko may dent na yan, so it was already repaired. The trunk door, dent and repaint na rin. And then yung headlight ko, nung tinamaan ako ng flying debris sa S-Lex, it is ongoing naman yung replacement. Now for the maintenance, talagang parts availability is still an issue kasi yung availability niya and yung long lead time to deliver. Not to mention, pag na-deliver is yung scheduling to replace. Although ongoing naman yung efforts ni Geely Philippines na ma-resolve yun, and as per their last update is medyo marami na silang mga nasusupport dito at marami na silang parts. There are decent alternatives naman sa outside ng casa. Kung kasali kayo doon sa Geely Okavango Club na official Facebook page, makikita nyo doon meron tayong mga kaibigan na nagsusupport nung mga maintenance na yon outside casa. Now for me, the reliability pa rin ito 8.5 out of 10 kasi sa akin dependable pa rin ito for my everyday driving and for my family trips talaga. Pasok na tayo sa interior and tech features. So for the past 4 years, interior wise, it held up nicely. Yung ating mga leather seats talaga namang really aged well. There has been no damage sa ating interior, and for me myself, I make it a point to clean the interior regularly by myself. So may mga cleaning tools naman na nabibili dyan specifically for leather. For our dashboard, infotainment screen still okay. I modified my infotainment screen para at least magkaroon ako ng Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Some apps na gusto ko, andito rin niya sa description ko, makita nyo kung ano yung mga na-modify natin dyan. And then sa 360 camera, still one of the best. Ang image quality niya talagang still one of the best compared dun sa mga recent competitors niya. Lahat ng sensors natin sa pag-atras, all still functioning well. The automatic wiper is still working. The heated side mirrors natin doing its job. The folding mirror, okay pa rin yan. Yung electronic seats adjustment natin. Yung USB ports natin and then yung 12 volts natin, all functional. Wala pa tayong pinalitan sa mga fuses nito. And then yung remote stop start nito, still tip-top condition. Mobile connection via Bluetooth and other buttons dito. Yung mga drive modes mo, yung mga hill descent mo, yung anti-slippage mo ng mga controls nito is working fine pa rin. Wala pa tayong major na pina-repair dito. And also, syempre yung audio nito, quality pa rin ng sound nito is still superb after 4 years. Pagdating naman sa aircon, well-maintained naman yung ating air condition. Malamig pa rin kahit dumaan na yung mga napakainit na weather. Nothing change pa rin so far dito sa aircon natin. Wala pa akong mga pinalitan na fans. Ang mga pinalitan lang dito on a regular basis is yung mga filter. And then yung mga controls natin dun sa second row seat natin, yung controls natin dun para sa aircon, still working yan. Although lagi yan natutuhod, no, natatapakan ng mga bata, yung touchscreen yan is still in good condition. Wala ring cover yan. Yung interior lights natin are still good, all functioning. Wala pang defective dyan. And then yung third row na seats natin, although barely usable yan kasi mas gusto ng mga kids na mas malaki yung hinihigaan sa likod. For me, sulit sa akin talaga yung space na nasa likod niyan. Now, for ating pros and cons na, for quick summary na lang nito. After 4 years talagang ang Geely Okavango natin still turn heads talaga nito. Yung paint quality nito really held up well. May mga minimal fading lang naman to after being exposed to some varying weather condition, but that's negligible. The build quality talaga is proven to be really solid, di ba? May mga nakikita kayong mga post diyan kung tawagin ng iba namin sa group nito is talagang tank build. Now, there are some few areas na nagpapakita na ng mga wear and tear dito, katulad ng mga creaking sound sa dashboard. Meron mga minor scratches na ako dito sa aking mga door, sa mga side mirrors ko, mga tinatamaan na yan. Nagfe-fade na rin yung ating mga chrome accent, and then may mga occasional scratches and bumps from the so-called kamote, but these are more of battle scars na lang and daily use, no? So marami na rin tayong scratches pati sa mga mugs natin. Now for my pros talaga dito, after 4 years talaga, still great value for money. Talagang yung pakinabang ko talaga dito, spacious and comfortable, and still it is a quiet ride. Now for the cons nito, honestly talaga yung fuel efficiency nito, especially for city driving, lalo na on heavy traffic, yung medium to heavy talaga, kukonsumo ka talaga ng gas nito. And one of the cons talaga nito pa rin sa ngayon, hanggat di pa nila naayos, is yung limited aftermarket parts. But overall, for me, it's still a smart buy. Now for my final thoughts about this and yung aking tips nito, talagang, do I regret ba buying Okavango? No, not at all. I would still recommend you, if you're planning to buy, go get one. Kasi kung tumitingin ka ng affordable, family friendly, great features na sasakyan, para sa akin, eto pa rin, Okavango pa rin tayo. It's not perfect, but for me, it's a proven, reliable companion for me and my family. So, konting na lang, magka 5 years na to. Term na disposable ba? I think it's not, nasa pag-aalaga mo talaga yan. So, if you're planning to buy one or you already own one, ito talaga yung aking quick tip talaga. Mag-stick ka dun sa PMS schedule mo. So, especially para ma-monitor mo yung hybrid health. Ang tekniko talaga para sa pagpapa-PMS, pagka nakakuha ko ng slot sa isang location, pinapabook ko na 6 months before para hindi ako namumroblema sa susunod na PMS niya kasi nakaschedule na ahead siya 6 months. And then invest in quality 12-volt battery when replacing. So far may dalawang mali ako doon. So the third time na magpapalit ako doon, sasabihin ko sa inyo kung ano yung bibilin ko. And then join kayo doon sa Geely PH Okavango Club natin for tips and advice. Talagang nakakatulong doon kasi yung community natin doon nagtutulungan kung ano yung mga resolution, yung mga simple tip, yung mga daily functions ng sasakyan na hindi masyado na-explore ng ibang users. And that's it. I hope nakatulong sa inyo itong 4-year long-term review ng ating Geely Okavango. At syempre, give a like and subscribe na rin dito sa ating YouTube channel and other social media channels. And if you have questions, please leave your questions dun sa ating comment section para masagot natin yan once in a while, okay? Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again next time and